On today's episode, I have Preeti Kohli from Ozark & Co. and we talk all things outsourcing.
It's like if we have to really, find out what are the challenges. I won't say about the other outsourcing, but yeah, what I experienced in my previous career, that was like that. But in our company, it's not like that.
As well as how she's grown her business from 3 clients to 25 in the last 3 years. So enjoy. This is the Eardley Bird podcast with me, Oliver Eardley, and as always, powered by Ad People. So, Preeti, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fantastic, Oliver. How are you doing?
Great, thank you. I really appreciate you spending the time with me today. Where I'd like to begin is I'd like to learn more about your business. So I was wondering if you could talk us all through that.
Yeah, sure. First of all, thanks for having me in your beautiful podcast. And yeah, so I really would like to introduce myself first. So I'm Preeti Kohli, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Ozark and Company. And today in this podcast, I'm representing my company with my other two co-founders too. And we are an outsourcing and offshoring company. We are established in India and UK. And we are running this practice from last more than 3 years now. And we are providing our accountancy and tech services in UK, US, Australia, and New Zealand. And yeah, till now, our journey has been not less than the roller coaster because when you start a business, you must be having a lot of in your mind, but everything not run as you think, usually. And me and my co-founders been serving this industry more than a decade. We practiced a lot, and somehow we realized that there are many things that is not getting properly signified with the terms of outsourcing. What usually happens previously that people think that okay, that's the outsourcing company. We are going to allocate a dedicated or a particular task. Task is going to be completed, and that's all. So that was the very orthodox practice, or people usually think that okay, what outsourcing is usually called, but that's not getting digested by me and my other co-founders. We'd be like that. No, outsourcing meant a lot that people is not getting in the real value. Then 3 years back, we get a thought that okay, let's start revolutionizing it properly, and then we will see that how things are going to be work in the market. Then we started Ozark and we tried to change this. We tried to bring a revolution where outsourcing is not just meant to be delegating a task. It's like that we are coming and jumping into your practice. We are going to do a 360 overview for your practice. What are the drawbacks? What are the challenges that you are facing? We are going to monitor everything from the very scratch. And then we will find out that how we are going to overcome with a dedicated resource, because usually in every accounting firm it's usually happened the business owner or the senior managers, these guys are doing everything from their own. There are many stuff that they can put their focus into some other activities which are the core one, but rather doing that they are just doing the daily task because these guys are not having a dedicated resource for the dedicated task. So we decide that okay, there are many different type of attacks. Then yeah, we are going to deploy the dedicated resource into that. Everything has to be lined up, cash flow, inflows, and the work plan. There will be we are going to design it properly, and there will be a dedicated task list that person has to be performed. There will be a particular internal deadline. So there are many things that has been changed the outsourcing. It's not just to remain that okay, my senior manager from the UK firm is going to allocate a task and yeah, I'm done, that's my duty. No, it's been very huge that people are not getting till date that what exactly the outsourcing means. So in Ozark from the last 3 years we are running the practice like that, and I'm very happy to reveal that yeah, our client retention rate is very high just because of these type of services. Because now
Hmm.
people are understanding outsourcing is really big. If they are understanding, they are deploying it into the real.
Sure.
Yeah.
And would you say, what would you say makes you guys different from other outsourcing firms? Is it what you just mentioned there, or is there more to it than?
I would say the things that I mentioned, that was the major factor. Because even myself worked more than 10 years into other outsourcing firms. And what I was, supposed to do and what I have been delegated to be work on the task, that was just like that. That my UK senior manager is allocating me a bookkeeping or a year-end job. I'm just processing that and that's it. But outsourcing is literally not that. It's like if so, we have to really find out what are the challenges, because first of all a client is coming to you, and if you are not understanding what's their challenge, how you are going to get their delegated tasks, how that what can be the best practice I can deploy into their internal practice. So there are many things that first of all we have to understand. So we do that. First of all, we understand their internal practices, then we decide what can be the best resource. I won't say about the other outsourcing, but yeah, what I experienced in my previous career, that was like that. That no one is, taking your interview. You are just blindly getting deployed into one. That okay, this is the task, and you are going to start this task. But in our company, it's not like that. Our clients are going to be take the interview of that resource, whether it's a bookkeeper or year-end processor. And when the client is going to be satisfied, only that particular resource is going to be work into your practice. There will be a dedicated process head who is going to review everything in your process. You need not to review from your internal side. So there are many things that I would say, that have been added, that has been revolutionized into outsourcing. And especially with Yozak, there are many things that I can literally not cover into the points, but that is just, all about the experience that we say.
Sure.
Yeah.
And in terms of situations, what situations should a business look to outsource? What situations would you say a company? Is it companies in the UK that you mainly work with, or do you work with other countries?
At the moment, we are operating the 4 countries. That's UK, US, Australia, and New Zealand. But
Perfect.
yeah, the
Okay.
top target is the UK, because at the moment, UK accountants are accepting outsourcing very happily. They are trying to understand that outsourcing is the best solution for their business at the moment. You can just simply focus on your marketing. You can grow your business. You can focus on other activities of business rather jumping into your day-to-day activities. That's not supposed to be, done by you. You meant to be being an entrepreneur. You meant to be, develop your business. You meant to be find the growth strategy for your business. If you are keep juggling into day-to-day tasks, that okay, whether my end client has sent me the docs or not, I have to chase over the call, I have to write down the emails. That's not something that entrepreneur has to do. That is something that a junior or maybe someone else has to do into your team. So if I would say that there are many factors, but the top one would be, I would say the first one, if you are genuinely looking to grow your practice and you are thinking that, no, I cannot monitor my team whole day, go for the outsourcing. Because if you are going and doing the marketing, but at the end of the day, you have to come down to your office, you have to give 4 or 5 hours to see what my team has done, then that's not the right fit of or the right strategy you're running in your business. So if you are into that shoes, then yeah, please go for the outsourcing. If you are the single practice owner or you have recently buy your license, and if you are thinking that I don't know whether to hire someone within the UK on the really highest cost, and I also don't know whether that resource is going to be work with me for the longer run or not, or if you are thinking that for the my work is seasonal, that part of the year I'll be having the full day work and part of the year I'll be having only half day work, then yeah, in that situation you cannot hire someone within the in-house, and you cannot say both the terms at the same offer letter. So I would say in that scenario also you can look for the outsourcing. Even in our company also, we are having some seasonal client who works 6 months or 8 months for the full seat with us, and when the workload has been reduced, then they usually notify us in advance of 30 days that yeah, now we are going to reduce our workload, then yes, seat has to be reduced accordingly. So these are the key benefits, I would say. These are the scenarios where if you are, most of the accounting practices are thinking to take the advantage. And if you guys are in that shoes, then yeah, go for the outsourcing. Look for marketing, find the really great growth strategy for your business, do other activities, but don't do those daily activities that you can easily outsource to someone else.
Sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And what concerns do people usually have, if any, when they are in conversation with you guys? Is there any sort of main objections that you tend to face?
Objection will be the first one I would say is that finding a right fit of a resource to a right demand. because in our organization also there are certain clients who just look for either for the bookkeeping seat, either only for the year-end stuff, only for the taxation. But the very big client of our Ozark, these are the one who are looking for the all-rounder and find person who is having overall expertise, bookkeeping, year-end taxation, CIS, payroll, pay, and there are many more things that you have to take care while working with a practice or a very good firm. So finding that right fit of a resource and to train that resource at least for a 3 to 6 months according to match whatever the standards that we are promising Zach to our clients. So those are the things that hard to match, but we know how to match because this is something that we are doing from the last 3 years. So this is the biggest challenge, to find the right fit of a resource and to match the demand of the client, because every year there will be a lot of text changes happens, and there are many things that usually change, but everything there is one thing that always remain static and increase is your client demand. That's something that you cannot decrease. So yeah, you really have to keep meeting that. We are having certain clients who are working with us from the last 3 years, and every year it happens that either they are increasing half seat or one seat with us. It's just because they are already aware that if I'm going to hire someone within the in-house, I really have to do and deploy a lot of training cost and other factors too. So rather doing that, let's go with the Ozark and let them know in advance of 1 or 2 months that we'll be looking for this person or this dedicated resource who must be having this level of experience. And yeah, we are going to be get simple it. So it's just like that. If you are going to be advanced, you are going to be very open to your communication, you are very open to your challenges, then yeah, outsourcing going to be very huge for the accounting companies.
Hi everyone, just a quick break in the show just to say thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe because it really helps us grow the channel. This podcast is brought to you by AdPeople, a digital marketing agency that's been helping small to medium-sized businesses grow for over 2 decades. If you're looking to get more clients for your website, then AdPeople's team of experts can help you make that happen. Drop them an email at consult@addpeople.co.uk for a free, no-nonsense chat about where you are now and where you want to be. Don't forget to mention the Early Bird Business Podcast is how you got there for exclusive offers and discounts. All right, let's get back to the episode.
Yeah.
And in terms of Ozark then, the business, how have you found building it? How long has the business been going now? Is it 2 or 3 years or is it a bit longer than that?
It's been 3 years now in June. It's going to be 3 years on 20th June now. So we are planning a huge party for that, no doubt. But I would say that, yeah, before running Ozark, me and my co-founders have worked in this industry almost 10 to 13 years. And after finding a lot of issues, a lot of challenges, and there were many things that you cannot change into someone else's organization. You cannot keep change for someone else's mindset. So it just, you are having two options. Either just close your eyes, follow the instructions that literally we cannot do. Or second option is you have to start something from yourself, and whatever the new challenges and revolution you would like to bring into the industry, you have to bring. So we chose the second path and we started Ozark. And yeah, from the last 3 years, we are doing it. I'm doing this with my other two co-founders. So yeah, the journey is full of challenges, full of learning. But I would say, other than this, we have received a lot of appreciations too. And the clients who are working with us, these are the one who are the real motivation for us, because these are the one whenever we are doing something good, they are appreciating us. If we are making some fault or some errors, they are letting us know very fairly that, okay, this was the issue has happened. So let's come up together and let's resolve it rather complaining. So I think if the clients and the firms are having this level of mindset where you are coming together with your resource and trying to find out a best solution, what else can be best, for your business growth, and that type of a client we are having. So yeah, we are like very lucky for that.
Sure. And in terms of the business then, how has it gone on how's the growth looked in the last 3 years? How's it progressed?
I would say at the initial stage, we started with 3 or 5 clients. And at the moment, we are working with 25 plus UK accounting firms in the
Oh, okay,
last
great.
3 years. And other than that, we are also having some transactional clients who come and go as per their workload. They usually collect the backlog and they work in that, mastermind type of a things. So yeah, we are also, happy to work with them as well. So it's just like that. So I think the growth chart is being increasing and we really
Hmm.
would like to keep increase.
Sure,
And
yeah.
even for this year growth strategy, we are not thinking for a very huge number because we work on the cream clients. We work the clients who would like to work in outsourcing, who really believe in the outsourcing, not just like that. We have to push someone that no, please join the outsourcing. This can be this or that. No, we really don't want to waste our energy on those type of clients. The one who are really interested for their real growth, then yeah, we are more than happy to tell a lot of factors, a lot of good thing and advantages for the outsourcing for them. So for
Hmm.
this year, we are having the target to at least 30% we have to increase as compared to our last year clientage. So yeah, we are working on that. And hopefully, in the last 6 months, we have achieved almost to that. And yeah, rest 6 months are going to be the history for us in the future.
Yeah. So did you say 30% growth there? 30%. Okay. So you're on 25%. You're on 25 clients now. I presume you don't mean 30% of the 25, just
Yeah,
30%
yeah,
from
yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that makes sense. And in terms of how let's start with how you've got to 25 and then we'll look at how you're planning on getting to the next step and hitting that 30. Sounds like you're already on the way there. So you probably have a good idea. But how did you get from, let's say, 3 to 5 clients to your 25?
Mm. So, first of all, in any business, if you really would like to grow it, I would say not rapidly, but strategically, then your first platform will be your current clients. Because if these clients are happy, these clients know what exact value you are delivering to them, definitely they will bring the right client for you. So I would say the mouth marketing is the very major factor for us from becoming 3 to 5 to the 25 plus best UK accounting firms that we are working with. Another, I would say the LinkedIn is the massive platform for everyone. We keep posting our journey, our clients' journey, that how they have been started, how they are working, and what they have achieved in the last 2 or 3 years. There are many appreciation posts that we have already posted over the social platforms, either LinkedIn, Insta, and Facebook. We keep posting our training manuals that how we do in internally in the Ozark for our resources and even with the UK firm's internal team as well. These guys are also getting trained over those manuals. So there are many things, but yeah, the first one is mouth marketing. Second is LinkedIn. And yeah, networking events are nowadays being huge, especially the Countex, Zero, Roadshow, and there are many as theirs. So yeah, from these networking events also, we have received a good clientage from there.
Sure. Perfect. So we even met at Caltex this year in person,
Yes.
didn't we? So we had obviously spoken before, but it was nice to meet you in person. So things like a Caltex, so that gets business for you then.
Yeah, it is. Uh, I think from the last 2 or 3 years, we have been accounting just as a visitor, but we met the people. We told them about our story, how we started, what exactly we are doing, what the best challenge we are going to, sort into their firm, and what can be the best advantage we can bring into their business. People come, they talk, they book the discovery call, and they took the trial. And this is the best thing that we do in the outsourcing firm. We never ask a client that okay, just directly come and join our services. No, we always say that please come, book a discovery call, understand what exactly we do, and book the 3 days free trial with us. First, test our services. Once you'll be happy, only then you have to join the Ozark as a client. So it's just like that. Clients not onboarded us. We onboard the clients. We tell them that how the strategy and how the plan is going to be for your next 6 or 1 year. So yeah, accounting events are really good. We also exhibited in Accounting. We exhibited in Cafe Business Expo, which is the hospitality exhibition. From there also we grab the client. We are working with some of the hospitality clients at the moment. So yeah, those accounting events are the good approach to find out the right fit of a clients for your business.
Perfect. And you also mentioned LinkedIn there. So
Yeah.
is it posting individuals within your company post as a personal brand, or are we talking your company page? What is it you're doing on LinkedIn?
At the moment, we are having our separate company page also, the Ozark and Company over the LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, all three platforms.
Hmm.
Myself and my other two co-founders are also having our social accounts. All accounts and all the platforms keep posting the about the Ozark, about how we work and everything. And even over the LinkedIn also, we keep posting about our missions. And even the 2 months back also, I have started a mission also with the five accounting firms. And that is also still in the position. And from the last 2 months, there are a lot of things has been changed into their practice. But once the 6 months are going to be completed, then we are going to share the complete journey of those five accountants that previously where these guys were and now where these guys are with the
Hmm.
Ozark outsourcing. So that's going to be
Yeah.
create a real picture for the real audience and our clients so that they will see that okay, what's the testified thing that they are providing in the industry.
Sure. No, that makes sense. And then the first one was it. Did you say current clients? Is that with the initial one? So referrals and growing it that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even our most of our current clients are from the mouth marketing. It's just like that when the five accountants are sitting together and four are talking about the challenges, but one is talking about the strategy and growth. Then, of course, the four are going to ask that how this has happened because you have recently opened your practice. It's going to be very hard for you to find the right fit of a resource into your in-house team. So, how you are doing that? And when that one person is, very confidently speaking about the outsourcing thing, which usually, accountancy firms usually neglected that, okay, another outsourcing. Why we have to listen? Yeah, these guys are going to take, talk about the similar kind of stuff. But no, if you are talking about the Ozark outsourcing in front of those four challenging, accounting firms, then they understand, they come to us, they book the discovery call, they take the trial, and once they'll be happy, they book the final date. Okay, this date is going to be start the service with you. And yeah, it's usually the basic, journey that usually we provide and we serve.
Sure. And is the goal to continue with this? Because what you've got there, a lot of the stuff you've talked about is more almost quite organic ways of growing. So it's nothing too. I'm just throwing loads of money at that problem and advertising all the rest of it. It's growing. It's doing events. It's talking, networking, which is all great stuff. Is that what you're planning on doing? Are you continue doing the same strategy to get that extra
No.
30%, or are you doing something different?
No, it's definitely not going to be the similar one because Ozark is very dynamic. We are very adaptable for marketing trends. Either it's going to be for our clients or if it's about our internal marketing strategy. So we are also working on some other things too. We have some marketing plans that currently we are working with. Uh, Definitely, I'm not going to reveal a lot into this. But yeah, there are a lot of marketing plans that we are working at the moment, and it's working. We are getting the results, and there are a few more into the process. Other, I would say, we are also trying to integrate AI into the accountancy, which people have already started, and we also. But that's not on a massive level. But now we are planning that at least by 2026, AI in accounting should be on at least on 50 or 60%. So whatever the best benefit we can dig out from the automation into the accounting industry, that we are trying to find out. So there are a lot of plans. There are many things that in the pipeline. So yeah, that we
Yeah.
are working on it.
Great stuff. So you mentioned AI there, and do you say 50 to 60% of accounting should be AI? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, so we are planning to introduce that AI into accounting stuff. Although at the moment, currently, we are trying to establish a bot that is a AI bot for the bookkeeping stuff, where manually a resource has to reconcile many transactions, where that there can be, a lot of things that can be sorted from the AI tools. So we are practicing on it. We are developing that. We are having our some of our developers that who are working on it. So we are planning at least. I know that for their year-end tasks and taxation, there may be a lot of human interventions should be there, but there can be other tasks too that we can deploy the AI into that at the
Hmm.
majority level. So we are
Sure.
working on it and let's see how fast that can be, what can be the best percentage AI can take over into the accounting. That's still a biggest question for us. But yeah, we are trying that if that can be the use, then that's going to be huge. Because AI
Perfect.
is the future now.
Yeah, no, 100%. I
Yeah.
agree. So it'd be interesting to see where that goes for you. I mean, even us as a marketing agency, we've been obviously developing our own eight bits of AI and things that we can do to help our clients. We've recently just put together an AI software that helps sort of with the lead management side of things. So if people are missing phone calls and whatnot, so it deals with all those sort of inquiries. So yeah, I think everybody's AI is definitely on the top of everyone's mind and how it can be
Yeah.
used to improve every client experience. So yeah, I'm
AI
with you
is
on that.
affecting, yeah, all the industry massively. It's just like that. If people are going to use it in I would say the main understanding manner, and they will understand that AI can give the best advantage into their business positively, then yeah, it's going to be huge for any business. So it's just
Yeah,
like that how you
100%.
are adapting it positively into your business rather, considering it our biggest challenge.
Yeah, I think it's a necessary thing, right? Because if you don't, you're going to kind of fall behind everyone else. And I think if you really adapt it properly, it can help in terms of, I think it's going to make the human interaction much more important within everyone's business, and that
Yeah.
being the customer service and that human aspect of it, it's going to be even more at the forefront of everyone's mind. So yeah, I agree. So one question I have is on the marketing side, because you've obviously doing some good stuff and you've got some plans. You're keeping it on lock and key a little bit, but I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
What would you say up until now has been if you had to pick one thing that you've done from a marketing perspective that's paid off in the best way, what would you say is the one thing that you would say is the best thing that you've done?
I would say we have served our clients really best. And these are the main marketing person for us.
Hmm.
That's what, all I can say. The best marketing strategy is your clients. Because I can attend a networking event once, two, three, four, or maybe all of the networking event, and I can meet with the 10 or 50 people. That's it. I'm a single capacity.
Hmm.
But if I'm working with those 25 accounting firms, those 25 accounting firms are meeting with numerous, people. There are n number of people these guys are meeting. So if I started counting those 50, 50, 50, there are many people that they are talking about me and how Ozark is serving. So if I can make happy my clients, I'm serving them best, then these are the best person who are marketing my Ozark.
Hmm.
So first of all, of course, the my client. Second, I would say that yeah, there are certain things that LinkedIn ads, Google ads that people usually try for their marketing. So yeah, that's also a good thing that people can try for their business.
Sure, that makes sense. So, one question I have is around. Obviously, you've built a very good business, and you've done it for the last 3 years. So, I wanted to really know about the challenges, because it's not all roses and happy days, right? It's not. It's sometimes quite difficult building a business. So, what has been the biggest challenges to get you to this point?
First of all, I would say in the initial stage of outsourcing, we also get certain those type of a clients who are not ready for the outsourcing. You have to prepare their mindset for the outsourcing. So that consume a lot of energy, right? Energy, I would say, to make them understand. So first of all, we have cut it down those type of a clients from our pipeline. We are only taking those type of a clients who are really interested for their growth and new strategy to be adaptable into their practice. Because if someone is already ready to grow their practice, then it reduce your 50% of efforts to make them convince and to make them understand what outsourcing can do in their business. So it's just like that. The second, to find the right fit of a resource, because of course I'm not going to be deployed for those 25 clients demands. I must be having a good team behind me. So finding the right resource on the right time and make them trained as per Ozark internal practices, because which is also a bit of time taking whenever we hire someone into our team. So we do provide 3 to 6 months training to meet our benchmark and whatever the standard we are promising to our clients, and then we are making them live to a client. So it take some time to make them live to a accountancy firms. So this is also biggest challenge, that finding a right fit of a resource who is happy to get trained in overall thing, because everyone is not so open to be dynamic. Some people are so rigid that no, I am a bookkeeper, I want to be a bookkeeper. I am a year-end resource, I want to be a year-end resource. I don't want to learn anything else or process the payroll or something else. So that is also biggest challenge. And finding out the right fit of challenge from your client and making them so comfortable that if even in your process they are facing any kind of a challenge, so rather taking a step back, they must be come up in front and they should talk to you that okay, these are the challenges that still I'm facing, so what
Hmm.
can be the best solution. So if your
Sure.
client is not that level of a confidence and they are not happy to talk to you in that level, then I don't think that's the right practice that we are following in the industry. So whenever we onboard a client, any client onboard us, we always tell them, please be open to your communication. Whatever the challenges, whatever the issues you will face, please come to us and let us know so that we can find out the best solution for you. If you are keep juggling yourself, you will just, just keep thinking that, okay, this is the issue that still I'm having. So no one can help you. So it's better to be very communicative and very open to your thoughts.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think it's good that you've got a sort of a 3-day trial as well, so people can test you guys out initially as well.
Yeah.
Last question I want to ask you is, what are you looking forward to this year? What's the thing you're looking forward to the most?
For this year, yeah, we are looking for some really good more clients because already we are having many, but we really want to grow our practice now. And we are looking for some very strategic accounting firms who are very happy to join the outsourcing firm, who are really willing to join the AI into their accounting in the upcoming years. And the accountants or the right resource who are really want to grow their practice and their experience into learning into different things, then yeah, they can also join as a resource to the Ozark. So not only in terms of the clients we are looking, we are also looking for a great team together. And if these both great blend of resource and a client we are going to achieve, then yeah, I would say that 2025 is going to be a massive year for us. So yeah, we are working on both sides, but yeah, if both things are coming together to us, then yeah, that's going to be great.
Perfect. And I lied there. I've got one more question.
Yeah.
How was Scotland? Because last time we spoke, you were going to Scotland, so I wanted to ask
Yeah.
you about it.
It was great, I would say. Even last night also, I was keep scrolling my Edinburgh pics, the videos that I shooted over there. So yeah, experience was really nice. I went Highlands, Loch Ness, and there are many areas that I explored. The market, the people, the bagpiper that I saw very first time in my life, the live
Yeah.
one. And
Yeah.
yeah, the experience was really great. I was so happy. And still, whenever I'm sitting in weekend, I keep memorizing those things. So yeah, the experience was really great.
Sounds great. It sounds like you really enjoyed it, which is awesome.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I
I
love.
honestly, I live obviously in England, so I've not actually been to Scotland before. So it's actually ridiculous that I don't just drive up. But yeah, I'll definitely put it on the list. So, Preeti, if people wanted to get in touch with you, speak to you, whatever, what's the best way of doing that?
So they can reach out to us through our website or my profile over the LinkedIn. In my LinkedIn bio, there is a link tree, and through there they can book a discovery call. They can connect to me any of the social platform, either LinkedIn, Insta, or Facebook. There is an info ID also for our official email ID for our company. They can write us an email too. So there are various ways, whatever they feel comfortable, they can easily find out in my email.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you spending the time, and yeah, it was great chatting to you.
Yeah, for me too. Thank you so much for having me today.